Okay, well, I guess that I am ready to stumble around through a little bit of crafting here. I am going to be using a cheat sheet, like I've said, at some point, once I get the hang of this crafting thing. Then I'll be using the guide more in depth. But for now, I guess we'll just go ahead and screw around. Yes, I do want to try inventing an item. What do we got? So I can invent things with this. I can expand the workshop facilities, which I have to do, because if you'll see over there on the top right, those are the 3 different production lines that you can run, and I don't have a single line set up or bought just at the time being, because this place is run down. It's ours now. So we'll expand it, and this is important. Ooh, that is expensive. So wait, I have to buy a line and decide what I want to place here, because I don't even have a type right there. So alchemy, that's for like potions, I believe. Of course, it's for potions. Crafting, accessories and things like that. Compounding, yikes, I don't know. Smithery is pretty obvious, that's for weapons and armor. Writing is for skill tomes. If I want to like make another book to teach runological skills to somebody, symbology to somebody, or give them different defensive attack auras, things like that. Engineering, I think that's for futuristic weapons and things like that. Guns, etc. Synthesis, that's where you combine accessories with armor and weapons in order to transfer some of the beneficial stats from the accessory over to your weapons and armor. Extremely useful, but I can't even afford it. So, I think what we'll be buying first off is a Smithery Upgrade, because I'll probably be trying to use this to make some early weapons and armor. So I guess I do have to buy a line too. There we go. So what can I do now? Apparently, wait a second, I see what's going on down there in the bottom left. Workshop facilities. So now I can do cooking and smithery here. That's fine. And I can switch between the different types at will, I'm gonna guess. It's been a while since I've done this, I forgot. Or maybe the type is just what they're working on at the time being. Yeah, I don't have to switch anything, it's automatically chosen. Okay, so let's see, talent levels. What is Fate good at? He's good at compounding and writing. Smithery is another good one for him, but wow. Cliff beats him at smithing and engineering. But smithery and engineering are the only 2 that Cliff is good at. Nell can cook and is good at smithery. You know what? Before I waste any smithing materials, let's just try to cook some cheap mills real quick here with Nell. So yeah, put there. Actually, can I combine them? I guess I can. I don't know if that's beneficial or not. I know that some team members, if they work together, they can produce secret items. You just stare at this screen for a second. I am going to look at my cheat sheet just for a moment. Compounding, alchemy. I'll find cooking here in a second. Wait. There we go. So, I really need a better description of this. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Okay, you know what? We're just going to stumble through this first part. I'll use my cheat guide later on, whenever I do a bunch of off-screen crafting, because this can be quite time-consuming and boring, especially if I run out of money and have to go grind up a bunch of gold. So, I'm just going to use those 2 for now. And the type will be cooking. The plan, ooh, just come up with an original invention, and it'll cost 40 gold. Oh wow. Oh, that's right. The cost reflects the price of the item that you are trying to invent. So this is going to be a very cheap item that we're going to try to invent. We could fail a ton. And every time Wait a second. Okay, yeah, I can cycle around like this. This is the only indicator of what item we're gonna produce. We're basically specifying a budget and saying go from there. The cheaper stuff is not gonna be very useful to us, but, wow, that would be some amazing dish. Who knows what type of beneficial effects that would have, but chances are I don't have the skill for it and would just fail. Hell, I can't even do it once, I don't have the money. I want another really cheap one. Reroll, reroll. I guess if I get down to 16 again. So I'd like another 6. There we go. And let's just start this. Try inventing, go for it. Okay, every time the time bar fills up, we're charged another 6 full. And the longer time goes on, the more we invent. Oh, and those faces, that shows whether we're successful or not. That, I believe, well, was that a successful? Check. Fate looks kind of disappointed, but Nell is kind of happy there. I don't know. We're gonna find out here in a moment, though. So, there we go. That's completed. Unassigned. Wait a second. I don't have them. Yeah, well, we will submit this line right there. We made discordant dessert. This dessert is so bad that it's a real effort to choke it down. Good for an intestinal workout. It only heals 20 hit points. But maybe I can submit it? I have to find out if I can submit that to the Inventors Guild here. Let's see.
Hey there. How's
Yeah.
product development going?
We made a wonderful dish. The discordant dessert. We want to file a patent on
Sure
this.
this is the item?
Yep, we're gonna file a patent on everything we make here.
Okay then.
Oh, we get a ranking too. I'm sure our ranking is gonna be awful. The higher the ranking, the better, obviously. Oh, it's as bad as it can go, I think.
Tentative evaluation of the item.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
There isn't anything for which you can file a patent right now.
Oh, dang it. Okay, well, I guess that means we get to go back to crafting, but that's how we can file patents. You can file them from anywhere you are. You don't have to come back to the guild. And, yeah, let's get back to inventing a few things here. Yeah, that's good. I don't need to expand or anything like that. And 83, I still want to keep it kind of cheap. If I can get another one in the 30s, that'll work. Yeah, let's see what we come up with. I also don't know if my group will gain skill over time like this. Okay, so that's their sad face. That means they've completely failed and wasted my money. Just highly unfortunate. Come on. Making soup back there. And as soon as they're successful, I'll finish. But you can let it keep running and come up with... Every time they're successful, they'll actually create a new item. So if they're charging you, you may get benefits from it. Or they could just continue to fail the entire time. Come on, guys. You got this recipe down. What is it? Bean casserole? Some type of weird jerky, maybe? A curry? Apparently it's garbage. Well, the quality's about ready to run out, and then... I don't know what happens then. I think I just have to restart production. If it comes to that. Dang it. The line is inadequate. Well, we tried. Cost of 33. I'll do one more attempt to invent here, and then I'm going to have Cliff try out a little bit of Smithery before I run out of money. I'm not sure if I'll go off-screen grinding any mobs outside the city gates or not. Hey, got that one. Let's just, yeah, we'll finish this one. Ooh, a super sweet curry. It takes a certain kind of genius to make a bad curry. A genius that should be kept out of the kitchen. Well, I think I'm done with the kitchen for now. I want to get some smithy items patented up. We'll put Cliff in charge. Smithy 25, 31, 29. Whoops. Put her there. And... okay, we'll start out with a cheap cost line. And see how much money we're going to end up wasting here. I still don't know if there's any benefit of actually keeping them all grouped up, or if it'll bring the group members down. Hey, we got it already. A notched sword. Better for pounding on enemies than slashing at them. Well, we can file a patent for it. 1? A cost of 1? What is it, just a pile of scrap? I have to find out what this is. There we go, got it already. A crude rod. Rod that will melt your brain if you try to figure out what sort of clothing it would match. How awful. Oh, 2,000, nope. 6,000, no way. 3,000. 19. Let's start this. I can't try anything that costs very much right now. As you can tell, it gets quite expensive. Already finished it. Another notched sword? Well, 78. We'll try this one. We'll let it run for a few cycles before I decide if it's going to be completely worthless or not. Yeah, we got it already. A thin armor. Hammered much too thin. It clanks cheaply when worn. Well, it's all money in the bank as far as I'm concerned, to a cost of 3. What could... well, I have no idea what this could be. The cost of 1 wasn't a piece of scrap, so... maybe brass knuckles or something like that? Rickety gauntlet. So bent out of shape that it twists the fingers when worn. I guess we could put that on Cliff in order to keep him in line. Cost of 3, 210... no, give me something like around 100. That'll work. 103. This may be a little bit too much for him, but we'll find out. They did fairly good on that one that cost around 70 or whatever it was. So, we'll see if it was just luck. No, it was actually skill. Tattered armor. Completely useless armor full of great big holes. It'll have to do. 143? Sounds like the next tier to me. We'll push the team to their limit. They already got it. Mithril plate. Plate armor made of the magical metal mithril. Defense +5. Okay, so this is actually getting kind of useful. What about a 200 gold one? 119 now. 330 is too much. 206, that's just right. That'll do. And if we make this, I'll go up to the cost of 300 and so on. Got it already. Chainmail. Simple armor made of small interlinked metal rings. I'm actually surprised that this is working. Okay. 300 or 400 will do. 326, that'll have to work. It's not going to get much closer to 300 than that. So, have we hit our limit yet? I'm gonna do this until maybe we're broke, maybe. Got it already. Plate armor, made of steel plates, is usually order-made to fit the wearer's body. Okay. Surely their limit has to be reached. Do I have a 400? Don't really... 494? Yeah, I'll try it. We're only going to get 4 attempts at this. 2012. Spend that gold. Got it already. Steel armor. Partial body armor made of steel. Well, I think I'm actually just going to hang on to the rest of my gold here. We're going to switch to cooking. Swap those two. And spend a little bit of gold here. Trying to make some dishes that we can patent. We won't actually get money from setting around in town. Spicy cake. Where no cake has gone before. More of a practical joke than a cake. Use it and see what happens to your MP. I'm sure that's a joke too. But we won't actually gain money from our patents while we're standing around in town. But once we're out exploring dungeons and grinding, things like that, we'll get paid. We'll get a little bit of money from it. And it adds up throughout the game. It can get quite high too. Come on, team. It's only 140. Put your culinary minds together and beat this out. Awesome. Tough steak. Thoroughly unpleasant steak that has the consistency of rubber when chewed. Another MP Punisher, it appears. Okay, what do we got? Anything in the 90s? 80s? I'm not going to 300 yet. 82 will work. I'd like to see if we could actually produce something edible, but I think that's probably in like the 200 above range. More spicy cake. 104. I want to try to find another, or at least a 200 one. 293. We'll spend the rest of our money on this. Patent some edible food, we might actually make some money here. Come on, guys. You only got 2 more chances. Then I'm going to have to go back out and do some work. Nope. Well, it was a good run inventing. Now we're going to have to set on our patents, aren't we? What happens if I don't have enough money? Damn it. The line is inadequate. And that'll have to work, so. Let's patent all of this stuff. Oh boy, do I have to set through all of this? If I can't patent it all at once? Yeah, we'll do plate armor. I gotta see the ranking for this. 2, maybe a 3. Really? 20, huh?
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item.
It's higher than I thought it would be.
It looks like you should try a little harder.
Oh, that's right. If I sit and wait, they'll actually berate us a bit, so I probably should do that. Yeah. We'll patent the steel armor here. Really? Up in the 40s, huh? 40 exactly.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item.
It's better than I thought it would be.
That's a bit disappointing.
What? That's almost halfway up the max. I'm assuming this only goes to 99.
Decide the quantity to distribute. Please be paid.
Okay. Yeah, it'll take a while for them to sell it.
I'll have it evaluated.
Yes! It actually raised for the first time. This has all just been going up. It's all been an uphill ride so far. To 60.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item.
Come on, what'd they say? What'd the critics say?
What a fabulous review!
Yes!
Once we test the market, we'll decide the quantity to distribute. Please be patient.
I think it takes 30 minutes or something of actual in-game time. So, I think that I'm actually going to off-screen turning the rest of these in, because they all should be just fairly awful. Probably rankings of no higher than 60. That's the best one I'm going to assume that we'll have. Yeah, 20 there. I do want to know real quick. Come on. What do the critics think of my spicy cake? I don't think they're pleased with it. All it was habanero peppers in there. Come on. Habanero peppers, brown sugar. Sounds delicious. What's this one say?
Looks like you should try a little harder.
You know, I got that recipe from my mother. You guys should be nice. Jeez.
Once we test the market, we'll decide the quantity to distribute.
Where would you sell spicy cake? What is the market for that?
Okay then, I'll have it evaluated.
Can I skip this? I was gonna off-screen it, but I guess I'll make you guys suffer with me. Apologies. I change my mind frequently. Maybe I'll off-screen 2 or 3. Maybe none.
Here's the tentative evaluation.
Oh, another one. What about the tough steak?
Sure this is okay then. I'll have it evaluated.
It came with a side of mashed potatoes. Doesn't that count for something? No? Maybe just a little? Ah, thought we were gonna at least stop at 2. Yeah, they don't like our tough steak.
Are you sure this is okay then?
This is a breakfast curry. It's made out of syrup and various jams all blended together and melted in a crock of butter. 2? Ugh, dang it. We're just not very good cooks. Yeah, we're a hard worker, alright. We gotta patent all this horrible crap that'll be sold in joke stores around the world, around the galaxy. Surprised we didn't invent disappearing ink. Another one. These are Halloween items. Not made for actual use. Display only. Come on, stop at 2. Dang it. I'm gonna throw a party whenever it does stop at 2. Come on, thin armor. It's better than being naked. It's gotta count for something. At least I think it is. Come on, no, maybe? Ugh. It's that final slowdown that gets my hopes up. Makes me think it's actually gonna stop there. Final chance. The rickety gauntlets. Fingers are crossed. No. Not gonna happen. Okay. So, what else can we check out here? Check info. What is our ranking? Cliff has 53 points. Nell has 52. Blue names are unsigned inventors. And they will be inventing things as the game progresses. I'm fairly positive that they will invent things on their own and file patents and cock-block you. So they'll be getting most of the good items shortly, I think, if my memory serves correctly. And y'all know, yeah, they're all unsigned. She works at the Curl Saw training facility. Miliana, where does she work at? It doesn't say. Damda Muda. The happy-go-lucky old man. He's a professional drinker. He's got the hiccups, and he's full of ideas for better or worse. Flawless cooking. What's it say about us? Nell, a young woman from Aquios who serves her country as a guard and covert agent, treats the 2 engineers from Greeton as VIPs for some reason, often in the company of other younger female soldiers with similar bobbed hairstyles. Seems to fluctuate between being happy and displeased with the 2 engineers. Skilled in cooking. What's it say about fate? The young man claiming to be an engineer from Greeton, known to be a qualified engineer with considerable talent despite his young age. He is very sure of himself, with a tough side that belays his fragile-looking build. He has no problem cutting things up if they mouth off. Good at writing, that's his primary skill. I think he can make some secret tomes, if I'm not mistaken. Cliff, man claiming to be an engineer from Greeton. Appears to be the athletic type based on the 12-pack on his back and the 36-pack on his chest, and he has an undeniably suspicious air about him. Speaks and acts rudely to women. His neck tattoo might make one think twice about associating with him. Does he really speak and act rudely to women? Have I been missing that? Maybe that comes later. So far, it seems like Fate's been the one that's been patronizing to women. Workshop map.
Check the cities and dungeons that dot the continent.
Okay, so this is the royal city of Araglyph over there. Then there's Curlsaw right in the center of all those places. We got the Curlsaw Caverns up there. The Curlsaw Training Facility down there. Riverfront Village of Arius. And we're all the way up here in the trading town of Paterny. Yeah, Paterny, Peter, New York. It's one of those. And I guess we'll be unlocking more workshops as we go along.
There isn't anything for which you can file a patent
Well,
right now.
change orders.
Find any inventors, have you?
That's right, I need to find an inventor because I can pay them to work while I'm out exploring and they'll file patents on my behalf too. Which is extremely useful, obviously. Alerts.
This is a handy command, so make good use of it.
Oh yeah, we'll be getting these little updates pop up on the top right corner of the screen throughout the game, and you can see what they mean. An unsigned inventor cockblocks you with a patent. That's what that red exclamation mark means, and I'm gonna cringe every time I see that. On sale, I believe that means that one of our products is now being sold in stores. A signed inventor, that's probably when one of our inventors that we sign actually invents and files a patent for us. And a new inventor. We'll be finding inventors as we go through the game, and I think some will even enter the game over time. And then that's whenever we will get those updates. Some inventors have special quests that you have to do in order to hire them. Some of them want special items, so I will be hunting down those items at some point. Not recruiting all of the inventors, but there are several that I would like to try and get a hold of at least for a bit. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. There is a save point, right? Yeah. I'm going to save it, and whenever I come back, I'm going to do the dictionary video. I'm going to have a lot of reading to go through. So, be prepared. I will warn you in the title. You can feel free to skip it. There will be no gameplay in it.